the Denovo Realty Studios in sunny Brevard County, Florida. The most important podcast on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, Denovo Realty Radio.
Hi, this is Sherry Boswell with Denovo Realty.
And I'm Chaleah and with Denovo Realty.
And today we're going to talk about something that everybody, I know it's on your mind, and if it's not on your mind, it needs to get on your mind, and that's Homestead Exemption.
Yes, definitely. Only because we have a couple more months to get that. Actually, only 1 month.
Really? Yeah.
Really, February and the end of this month to get your homestead filed.
So we're going to talk about Homestead Exemption. We're also going to talk a little bit about Homestead Exemption Portability and what all that is. But before that, we're going to get to know each other just a little bit more. You guys get a chance to get to know us a little bit more. We really love what we do. We love who we work with here. And so I'm going to ask you, if you could be any kitchen appliance, what would it be and why?
Man, I love my kitchen appliances. I am all about little different things.
Air fryer, blender, smoothie maker,
Vitamix, everything. If I could pick any of them, I would probably pick, I've been looking at these recently because I'm getting ready to move. I've been looking at new appliances for myself. And I think I would be probably an air fryer oven duo.
Ooh, yeah, it's like a combo thing now. So, because you're a multitasker, you do a lot of things well, so that'd be perfect. I see.
A little on the more rare side, because they don't have too many of those. They're harder to find. A little more expensive. And what would you be?
What kitchen appliance would I be? I think I might be my air fryer too, because it has become like the tool to have.
Yeah.
And I love it that it's quick, it's efficient, which I feel like I'm kind of quick and efficient in most things. And it's easy cleanup. Like it's really, and it really cooks it well. So I think I'd probably have to be an air fryer.
Yep.
So if you were to be in the Guinness Book of World Records, what record-breaking feat would you attempt?
Oh my gosh. I would probably say diving off the tallest diving board. I did diving for a little bit in middle school and high school, so
okay.
I could
so you're not
that.
scared of heights at all?
No.
That would kind of give me a little heebie-jeebies. Woo!
Yeah. I wonder what the tallest is so far in the...
I don't know. We'll have to look that up after the video, right? I would say that I could probably blow the biggest bubblegum bubble. I did that at a project graduation in high school, and I won first place. So you just have to chew the gum well enough, and it got really, really big. So I don't know what the biggest one is, but I think it could blow a good bubblegum bubble.
What's the best kind of gum to use?
Bubble yum, of course. Bubble yum. It's what are the 3 things that you would take to a desert island?
Mine would definitely be a fishing net. Okay. A hammock and a machete.
That's pretty good. Huh? That's really smart.
I was thinking about Survivor.
Exactly. So if I had 3 things I would have to take to a desert island, and probably have to be lip gloss, because I have way too many, but lip gloss, I can't live without it. Nope. Probably a fishing pole. I think that's a good one. At least I could keep myself fed. And probably a tent, because that way I at least have shelter.
Yeah. That's true.
Thankfully, we don't have to worry about desert islands, but we do have to worry about homestead exemptions.
Yes.
It's important. If you bought a home, we were able to help a lot of buyers and sellers last year either purchase a new home, or I had a couple actually where I helped a seller sell their home and they bought another property. And there's some things that you should know. I think it's important to remember what our homestead exemption is, and we really hope that you'll follow along with us and learn more about homestead exemption.
Exactly. Homestead is it's essentially a tax break that you're getting when you are a homeowner. So, the less money you have to pay to Uncle Sam, the more money that you have for yourself. So it's really good to pay attention to this. And if your home is not homestead, you have a month and a half left. Yes, March 1st. And if you're a homeowner, you're allowed to homestead your primary residence, just one home. And if you're VA or military, you're actually allowed to homestead 2 properties. So VA is the only loan that you can homestead 2 properties. So that's
I don't think I knew that.
No.
I mean, we were just talking about this earlier, and I'm like, I did not know that really good fact. And we have a lot of military folks in Florida, so I think it could be really beneficial. So remember that, military folks. So Chaleah, what types of homestead exemptions can someone have on their homestead?
So there's 4 different kinds of exemptions, but today for this video, we're only going to talk about the 2 most common. You have your general exemptions and then the veterans and first responders. So the general exemptions include your regular homestead. There is a widow and widower exemption, blind person exemption, disability. There's a parent guardian quarters as well, and also a limited income for seniors exemption. That's all under the general exemptions. And there's veteran and first responder exemptions. This is an exemption for anyone that's been disabled due to the military, somebody that's currently deployed, a surviving spouse, and also a veteran over the age of 65. So those are going to be the main ones we're going to talk about today. But Sherry, why is it important to have homestead and file for it?
Well, it does provide at least $50,000 worth of savings for those that qualify and use it as your permanent residence, and who wouldn't want to save money off their taxes, right? So I think it's a great program that we should take advantage, or every homeowner that has a primary residence should take advantage of. But there's also a really unique program that I don't think that many people know about, and that's the portability of your homestead exemption.
So what is that exactly?
So basically, if you were you sold a property in Florida and you purchased another property, the savings that you were gaining at your previous property allows you to take that amount and port it over to your new property. So it can give you a lot more tax savings. And I think a lot of people hesitate to upgrade in a home because they're like, oh, the property taxes are going to be so expensive, it's going to be crazy. But that's basically why this was added to the homestead exemption. It actually used to be for 2 years you had to file this exemption. You had to sell your home and file within 2 years. Last year, Florida amended that to state that you had 3 years to do that. So if you sell a property and you don't quite buy another one, you do have 3 years to do that. But we do see a lot of folks, they sell one and buy another one almost simultaneously. Okay. So, yeah.
So basically what you're saying is if somebody has their home, they might not want to sell because they're worried about buying a home now that's going to be more expensive than what they purchased it before, but they're worried about their taxes going up significantly.
Yes.
Right? And the portability actually limits the amount that their taxes will go up.
Exactly. And I think people don't really know this. And it's really, I think people don't understand it because it is kind of a math problem. You know, for further information, again, you can always go to the Brevard County Property Appraiser's website, which is where all of this information is, especially on portability. So, but to kind of give you a little bit of the nitty gritty of this program, basically there's a $500,000 limit that you can port over. So if you had a $500,000 tax savings on your previous property, you can only take over 500. That's it. You have 3 years to file, and again, there's a form on the bcpao.us website that you have to download, fill it out, mail it in, or take it off to the office as well. Also, please keep in mind that your current exemptions, if you are getting those additional $50,000, maybe you are disabled, you're getting another $50,000 or $5,000, all of that stays the same. None of that goes away. All of your current exemptions stay in place over to the new property. So, Chaleah, are you ready to do some math?
I am so ready.
Awesome.
It's my strong suit.
Well, if you wanted to know maybe what your portability savings would be, if you're thinking about buying a home in 2021, we want you to call us first so that we can have a conversation and help you from the very start of selling your home. But just to give you an idea, if you're thinking about purchasing a home, what the math would look like on that. So I'm going to show you real quick And then we're going to have a slide come up as well, and I'll be explaining it to you. So here's a little bit of the math that we're going to talk about today. So basically, you sold your house for $400,000. The assessed value, and again, we were talking your assessed value is going to be on this form right here, okay? And so the assessed value for this math problem is $250,000. So that's the assessed value of the home you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
But the sale price is $400,000. So you're going to subtract those two and get $150,000. So that's going to be what you're going to port over to your new home.
Okay.
So Chaleah, you just bought a $600,000 home.
Yes.
Congratulations. Yay you. You used Denovo Realty, didn't you?
Yes.
Of course you did. So that $150,000 you can subtract from your $600,000 sale price,
Mm-hmm.
and that leaves you with $450,000 as your new assessed value for your. So for portability purposes, that's a big deal. So now you're not taxed on $600,000; it starts at the $450,000. So then your additional exemptions that you normally get, whether it's the 25, and additional, would also come off of that as well. So it can be a significant savings for you. So if you've thought about selling and you're not sure about how much property taxes you'll be paying on a more expensive house, this is a good math problem to do because you can really see how much savings you can port over to your next home.
Yeah, that's so great. That's so great because, a lot of people don't think about that. And I think it is, common when I'm looking at houses with clients, they're worried about taxes and how much they're going up. And this is really great for people to know because, your taxes might not be going up as much. Or, maybe you didn't think about this and now you can have a little bit of a savings that you didn't even know about at the beginning. So it's really great. The less money you have to pay, the better.
The better for sure. What if you buy a less expensive house?
That's a good question.
So it is another math problem. It's a little bit more, we go into division now instead of just adding and subtracting. So pull out your calculators and we'll show you a little bit about if you buy a home that's less in value, we'll show you how to figure out that portability amount as well. So there's a little example and we'll also have that posted for you as well. Basically you take your new home market value, so you're buying a $275,000 home now. Okay. Sorry about the $600,000.
And I sold my home for $400,000.
Okay. And you sold your home for $400,000, so you have to do a little division problem there, and you get 68.7%. That number is going to go and multiply your assessed value. And again, we talked about that assessed value in that block right here on your tax form. So that assessed value goes times 68.7%, and you get the $171,750. And that's the portability number that you take over to your next property.
Wow.
So that could potentially save you a lot on a lower priced home as well.
So, a lot of people know that when you do purchase a less expensive home, your taxes are going to go down. However, with the portability, you are able to make your taxes decrease even more, which is, big deal because if you can save a few $100s a year plus, you could save a lot. Why not do that? So using the portability in the example that Sherry just explained, so instead of being taxed on $275,000, I'm only being taxed on about $170,000. So that's $100,000 that you're not being taxed on, and that's year after year, so that can definitely add up to a lot of money, more than just a couple hundred.
It can, and that money can go in your pocket because we never know. We're always putting money back. We want to be savers, and we want to make sure that we're saving enough money for retirement because you have a long way to go. But so it's really important, and I think people are hesitant to sell their home because they want to get something different. In today's market, people are looking for a little bit bigger home because of COVID-19. A lot of people assess their home values and said the number one reason why they're moving is because they want more space. So to upgrade a home, thinking about how much more it's going to cost you, knowing that you have this portability for your tax exemptions that can work for you in your favor is always going to be a good option.
And it's really great, this is a retirement area too. A lot of people come retire down here. So if you have been considering downsizing, now is definitely the time to do it because we have 35% less inventory on the market right now, and we have tons of buyers out there. So it's a great time to get the most for your home. you can downsize and then take advantage of getting your taxes extremely, extremely low that you can use, for whatever you want.
Exactly. I think it's definitely something that I don't think a lot of sellers know about or understand. And I was able to help some sellers this past year, and they're like, oh, I had no idea about portability. So it's a great program. For more information, you can always go out to Brevard County Property Appraiser's office. That's where all this information came from, and for any questions as well. We would love to work with you. If you're thinking about selling in this market, please give Chaleah or me a call. Denovo Realty, we're here for you guys. We'd love to have a conversation, and thanks for being with us. I know it's a little long today, but we wanted to make sure to bring you some important information about portability.
Well, this was all really great information. I know the math can be a little confusing, so if you just give us a call, set up a time for us to reach out, and we can tell you, if you're looking at downsizing or upgrading, what you do and what your savings might be. So give us a call.
Now go!